Hey YouTube, what's up? My name is Camilla and I am an intersex trans woman. I make videos on YouTube. Most of you know me as Camilla. Uh, I was born Aaron and I am the creator of the Aaron channel on YouTube. So I've made a lot of videos on all sorts of trans topics, from pros and cons, day in the life, intimacy and romance, to even the birds and the bees. But today I'm going to be doing something even different. It's going to be related to my typical trans content, but it's going to have a little twist. So I'm out in nature and it's somewhat quiet. There is going to be a little background noise, and I do apologize for that. I'm sorry. But anyhow, this is where we're at today. I made a video and I refilmed it, and this is my third take trying to make this video. But they are, what I truly believe in my heart is my experience of being and walking the light in the shoes of a trans person. What I can say is that without a doubt, I truly believe that the body is not made to change sexes. You cannot change your sex, but you can resemble the opposite sex very, very closely through hormones and through surgery. Some of the things that I wish I had known, I talked about in my last video. This video is going to be my true thoughts on my own transition, and did it better my life or did it complicate it? In a nutshell, transitioning for me was a means to an end, a way to live what I felt inside for so long. So I'm going to talk about what gender dysphoria feels like. Gender dysphoria, formerly known as gender identity disorder, is a condition in which or someone like myself's brain does not match my exterior body. And as a result, I've had to go through more than the normal person to be myself. Being myself takes a lot of work. Cross-sex hormones. So I've been on them coming on 13 years, and it's just been an amazing journey. I never would have imagined that 13 years ago I would be where I'm at now in my transition. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to experience life as a man and as a woman. I feel like it gives me insight that most people wouldn't have. I truly believe that the insight it gives me is truly just almost like a fairy tale. My experience is very blessed. Being able to have access to healthcare that allows me to be myself. Gender dysphoria robbed my childhood of me. Gender dysphoria makes it hard to look into the mirror, even to this day. And I look a lot different than I did when I started. I got rid of all the facial hair. I got rid of a lot of things. I had surgery on my face. And I've been injecting myself or popping an estrogen pill for almost 13 years. That's crazy. And I'm coming up on my anniversary. That's the date that I started hormones. And it's hard to believe that it's been 13 years. Hormones have allowed me to express myself, to develop secondary sex characteristics of a female. It's allowed me to grow breasts. It's allowed me to feel comfortable in my own skin. I'm not super comfortable with myself, and I'm quite a bit shy, to be honest with you. I share my experience in my life with everyone on YouTube, but to be completely honest, when I film these videos, I'm extremely shy, and I am putting this information out there in hopes that it can help someone else. That's my main goal, is that this touches somebody. And if I ever were to pass away, or when I do, that I can leave this information behind so that it can be documented, or when people are archiving ancient trans content 100 years from now, maybe someone will uncover one of these videos and it can shed light on a battle that I fought for my whole life. Growing up, since I was a little boy, I felt like I was in the wrong body, but I didn't know how to put that in words until I was a teenager. I was a teenager during the 2000s, so So I was able to grow out my hair long and straighten and color my hair, and under the guise of an emo kid and eyeliner and all of that stuff. One moment, my doggy has to be let out. That's Rayla. Rayla is a pit bull mix, and she's actually my partner's dog. Having gender dysphoria is crippling though. When you look in the mirror, you see what other people don't see. And if you haven't started your transition yet, looking in the mirror can be very painful. Coming to terms with who I am as a human being, whether you see me as a man or you see me as a woman or somewhere in between, doesn't matter because I'm being me. Hormones have let me express myself, feel the emotions that I lacked, and also shed light on my intersex condition because I developed a lot in my internal parts when I went on female hormones. So if you know, I have persistent Müllerian duct syndrome. So I was born with a uterus and fallopian tubes. I do believe that that has huge bearing on why I feel the way I feel, but I truly believe that gender dysphoria affects me as well. That's why I qualify myself as a trans person, even though I'm technically an intersex woman. Like legally, I'm a female. And I was born legally a female. But I was raised as a boy, didn't work out well for me, and started to stress more androgynous. And I was androgynous until I went on to testosterone. And testosterone wreaked havoc on my body. And at the age of 20, I said no more. Went on testosterone blockers. And a year after that, I started estrogen. And my life has never been the same. It's been a dream come true. And some days nightmares. It's very bittersweet, but very beautiful on the inside. Being transgender doesn't define who I am, but it explains why I am the way I am. Being a trans person, I don't have to be liberal. I don't have to be conservative. I'm actually center right. I'm more conservative than liberal, much more conservative than liberal. I acknowledge you can't change biology. I acknowledge that there are only two genders. I acknowledge that. You may identify as somewhere in the middle, but don't tell me that there's not more than two genders, because there's not. And that's what transsexuality is about. It's about being a man or being a woman. I was born a man who feels like a woman, who wants to look like a woman. So I've done everything I can to look as much of a woman as I can. And that is my experience. My next facial feminization surgery is this coming December. I will be getting a rhinoplasty to narrow my nostrils and the bulb of my nose, and a brow bone shave. So that will be completing all of my facial feminization work. This video is just to let people know what gender dysphoria is, and this is why people transition. We feel like we're born in a cage, the wrong body. You can't put your finger on it when you're little, but when you're old enough to come to terms with this is the way I am, I'm able to progress in my life and seek medical intervention in order to maintain and live a happy life. And until next time, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Please appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and you will see me in the comment section. Bye bye, everyone.